Yeah, the way that Few specifically uses that Juicin to just zone out and create a lot of space is a huge problem for Fnatic Onic. Knowing how Keyboy likes to rotate around, he likes to get in close and personal with the jungles, especially before level 2. It creates a lot of pressure onto him. So when you use that Juicin and when you use a very heavy crowd control heavy roam or tank, it creates a lot of opportunity for that first blood advantage, and then you snowball the early game into that late. So we're jumping in, and like you said, the Juicin will be on the chopping block alongside Minotaur, so no repeat picks from Falcon's AP brand. But then again, Falcon's AP brand choosing to ban out the Link and the Chip, no changes whatsoever.
It seems pretty standard from this point onwards, and I think that Fnatic Onic definitely have to respect the composition we saw from Falcon's AP brand in the previous matchup, so denying those 2 picks is going to be one step in the Grandmaster clan. But the truth is, what is that first pick going to be if not Zas? Because we've seen teams kind of adapt it, right? Like, I want, Chewe to be the guy this time.
Oh, actually, they're banning out every single one of the heroes that they faced up in the previous game.
This is very interesting from Fnatic Onic side. Probably a Moscow.
Moscow first pick is possible. Yeah, it's very highly possible.
But there's a high chance that they'll get Moscow anyway for Fnatic Onic. So right now, probably a Hayabusa. Again, for Fnatic Onic on this one.
Yeah, the Zas
because Zas has been banned.
Or the Arlot. You could always go for the Arlot first pick as well. I mean, Fnatic Onic has had success with that. Or you could very well go into maybe even the Julian. No, the Fanny would be the first pick. It's very risky play. Very risky.
They used Fanny, by the way, when they played up against YRG the other day, and they played splendidly. It's as if they memorized already how to play, with Kyrie not being part of the team fight, and then eventually finishing off each and every one from the other team. So, if you're Falcons AP Bren, the good counter for this is, remember when the Light played against a Fanny using the Cho? Could be one, it could be a Kaja, something like that, but it's going to be too early if they pick those heroes already. So, could be a Teresa again, maybe a Barrett's even for Falcons AP Bren. So, Moscow could... good hero here for Falcons AP Bren. Kufra.
The classic. The classic. I think that Fnatic Onic, like in Yeb's mind, the fact that they first picked this Fanny, he's putting Kyrie on the chopping block. He wants Falcon's AP Bren to pivot in their draft, right? To confirm that they can shut down this Fanny, allowing some of the side laners to have a better time, right? Now that Falcon's AP Bren have that Kufra, it does give us a bit of an indicator that pickoffs are going to be a big part of the early game.
You know what, Vix? Valentina is actually a nice hero for Fnatic Onic, since they could also get that ultimate from the Kufra. And it's going to be Valentina here, and Grok. I thought it sounded like Alpha.
It's a lot of comfort picks coming up from Fnatic Onic. I would argue that maybe a Lilia would be better, because you know you're going to be playing on the back foot. But Falcon's AP Bren is picking up the Alpha, so
same with
signals to me very strong early game, especially within the jungle regions. They want to provide a lot of space and time for Super Marco to get in position, get his core items before committing to any of these big fights. So I think doubling down on a lot of these marksmen or gold laners would be a very viable option. Hearth is already banned out. I think if Fnatic Onic doesn't really ban out, if Falcons AP Brand want to, they could ban out the carry or even the Claude as well.
Nice ban for Fnatic Onic here.
I don't know if this is a winning ban, though. I feel like Falcon's AP Brand have a significant advantage walking into this. The fact that they've already got the Moskov and they're already banning like the S-tier picks in the gold lane is really going to start pinching on CW. So the real question is, what combination do they want with CW to get over that finish line? We see the Terizla ban. I think that the Vexana ban is okay, because they're going to be consistently fighting for mid-prio, but it's Grok, right? And he's great at helping slow laners to clear the waves.
So they banned out the Louis. I won't be surprised if Falcons AP Bren actually get the Julian for this game. Because
mid-lane Julian.
Yeah, mid-lane Julian, because if Fnatic Onic is to get a carry or even a Beatrix, it could be a good target for them.
Yeah,
it's going to be a Julian here
Julian.
for Falcons AP Bren.
Aggressive mid duo, I think.
Wow.
I think that it works out very, very well because you're pairing up the mid lane trio. You got the Alpha, Julian, and the Kufa. You know when Fanny's buff is going to be online. You just sit around that buff, wait for Kyrie to come in position, and then just pounce on her. But the Lapu will be picked up far to the side of Lutpi. The last pick will be the gold laner. I wouldn't be surprised if they go for the Ruby because they played the Ruby gold lane before.
Yeah. So could be a Ruby or Beatrix actually. Oh,
That's a carry.
that's carry. So it is a type of a marksman which is more on the mobile side of things. Probably because for the lineup of Falcons AP Brand, as long as this carry is able to dodge that bouncing ball, it will be a lot easier for him to shred even a Julian, even the Alpha. But it's gonna be an Arlot, so a lot of heavy setup plays here for Falcons AP Brand. And if you were to ask me, I'm gonna go with the Falcon AP Brand's hero composition. Early game, burst damage. It will be a lot easier for Few actually to give space to Kyle TZ and vice versa.
I think I have to agree with Chantal. I think Falcons AP Brand have won the draft clearly, and I think both compositions want to do the exact same thing. They want to bulldoze through their opponents, right? It's not about taking space. It's about diving hard and winning the first interaction as soon as both of these teams meet. Good luck, because I think that Gilak Sans has a lot on his plate if he wants to turn this game around for Fnatic Onyx.
Well, thank you, Gideon, for your analysis. But before we let you go, what do you think the play is for Fnatic Onyx, knowing that now Falcons AP Brand one game away from solidifying the win?
I think that Sans and as well as Keyboy have to do God's work in the mid lane, push it out as fast as possible, and honestly cut off resources, and most importantly, stop the pathways of reinforcements from AP Brand.
Now we're loading into the Land of Dawn, but we'll have a little bit of time more to talk about this draft. But, the El Clasico again, Falcons, FNOC's draft, I always like to say, they always like to pick like these innovative heroes, but they don't really like to play very, very thick heroes. I think that was one of the downfalls. And prioritizing this Fanny, your only target now going into this matchup is that Moskov. But you know that Moskov, maybe once you get ahead, you're going to be buying that win in nature. You're going to be denying those kills. If you get a little bit too close, that's the knockback spear. You're going to have a very, very tough time. And if you're Kyrie, what's going through your mind right now?
Well, definitely for Kyrie, in my mind right now, I have to say to Keyboy that, hey Keyboy, use your Guardian's Barrier to delay all the minion wave so that the players of Falcons AP Brand are forced to be a little step closer to our area. So the area of or the perimeter of teamfight will be leaning towards our side, because if they just let those minion waves flow on FCAP side, definitely they will be the ones delaying them.
I totally agree. I think using the Nature's Barrier to slow down the minion waves, especially in the earlier stages of the game, is going to be very, very key here, because that way the minions are closer towards your tower. You don't have to take unfavorable trades, and if we see Falcons AP Brand try to break that early on, they're going to be walking away with no regenerate, maybe even a battle spell.
And when Kyrie is at level 4, since majority of the players are very deep for Falcons AP Brand, that's where Kyrie can go for maybe a First Blood, or even force them to use the Flicker or any spell prior a turtle team fight.
Yep.
Now, the interesting thing about Fnatic Onyx composition is that whoever generates a lead in their lane, whether it be a life deficit, whether it be a level deficit, then they call in Kyrie to go for that dive, because this comp is not very good at playing from behind. It needs to generate some form of flexibility in their lanes, assuming that they win it.
Yeah, I think it's easier said than done, but let's shift our attention over to Sans. Now, the Valentina, let's do some theory crafting. Knowing the entire draft of FCAP, they don't really have a lot of useful quote-unquote ultimates that Valentina could actually use. So how do you want to play around this Valentina?
I think... Well, that's going to be a little tough here. I think that it's going to be around that final slash here, because honestly, if they had the shortcut like Chip does, man, this game would be so different.
Fun fact, Chip is 100% banned out every single game in the group stages.
Except
just
one
gone.
time.
Except one time.
It was leaked out and their team won.
So currently, guys, Chip is at 100% win rate.
But for one game.
For one game.
But it means that you don't have to let Chip pass during the draft. But
Ooh, Super Marco.
Who? On a Moskov?
Moscow's 0% win rate, so if any game, FNOC could very well take this one.
Oh,
He's
by
not
the-
having a good time with Moscow.
It's very related or relative to our game because Super Marco is using Moscow for this game. Is this the game that will break that 0% for his Moscow? This will be the third time. If he wins this, it's 1 divided by 3.
He'll be at,
50.
he would be at a 33% win rate.
Thank you, Gideon.
33%.
Don't worry, the Type C in me has got the math down for you guys.
That's Type C.
All right,
Yeah.
but looking at the composition one more time, I feel like if we have to make the comparison of would I rather a Moskov or would I rather the carry, I'm leaning more towards that Moskov despite the abysmal win rate.
Yeah.
You have a lot more range, especially since you have that passive as well. It's really difficult for carry to play this, and CW really needs a lot of time. Considering that you both have the same item builds, it could be possible and arguable that carry could build the Thunder Belt. So you're playing towards that late game, but then
Yeah.
again, that disrupts your farm just a little bit because you're sacrificing attack damage and attack speed for a little bit of early game or to late game defense.
Yeah, and it's also nice thing to have the Moskov up against Stefani because of the Spear of Misery, right? So it's an added defense for him whenever there is a possible threat from Kyrie. It's more of him saving himself, like the usual Brody and Fanny type of love-hate relationship.
Oh, actually, we're jumping into the game. Thank you, Gideon, for the breakdown. But ladies and gentlemen, we're jumping into the game. The Land of Dawn, El Clasico, potentially the last game for FCAP on the red. Kyrie starting up the blue side. Actually, both junglers are
Yeah.
starting with the purple.
Probably for Kiboy, I'm expecting him to be on the other side of the map, but they're sorting out the players from Falcon City Brand. So again, for this one, you can see Super Marco on this Purify. So this is going to be kind of detrimental because again, we have a Diver Assassin for Fnatic Onyx on Kyrie's hands. So if there's going to be a Flicker Wild Charge from Kiboy, then definitely you have to do something on that.
An early Purify from
Pokes.
Chiawei. Ogwen hits the mark just right, but Fnatic Onyx honestly having a very good start in the early game because you know how Falcons AP Brand likes to play. They're always very aggressive in the early game. Few, by the skin of his teeth, gets out just in time
That
in
was
the
close.
mid side. It
That
was
was
very,
close.
very close.
And it's something that is very threatful if you're few because as much as possible, you want to be at level 4 already.
Level
And it-
3, actually. The
yeah.
power spike comes in level 3.
Yeah, and even for Ogwen, he was the one to get that 2 minion wave or minion piece for Falcons AP Brand. So it means that the usual pattern of a mid laner has been disrupted here for a few. So for Fnatic Onyx, they're up on the lead, 600 on this game. And this is going to be an interesting matchup for the XP lane. We have Lapu Lapu against an Arlot. Very different because the other one is setting up a front while the Lapu Lapu dives in to
Into
set
the
up a play
back,
at
yeah.
the back lane. So there might be a confusion as to where they will go for a team fight. But yeah, this is where the barrier is now being effective for Fnatic Onyx. We see Kiboy slowing out the minion wave because Sans is at the top lane and he could be a level 4 prior to this turtle.
Yeah, that being said, Falcons AP Brand actually starting to zone out for that turtle. Few already big at power spike. Kaltizi gets the retribution. Few getting stunned up. There might be a follow-up from the side of FNOC. Few able to walk away. He uses Enchant Sword to
Ooh.
just get out of the way. And Ogwen taking a lot of heavy damage, chip damage. Flapteezy forced to use a flicker, get over the Garden's barrier. Both will be safe, but the trade goes over to Falcons AP Brand. Getting that turtle will be significant, gunning through the late game.
Yeah, and we could see actually for Fnatic Onyx, they're still lacking on the burst damage despite using all the ultimates that could be on the upper hand against Falcons AP Brand. So expect later on that Kyrie will be part of the team fight because earlier he was still securing his purple buff, right? It's like a mini game as long as there is a purple buff continuously for Kyrie, things will be okay for Fnatic Onyx. Wait!
No,
Okay.
he's immune. He's got the iframes. He'll get out safe. Pop a little bit of the emo for disrespect. I think Fnatic Onyx are playing a very, very different game. They're the same animal, different beasts. And speaking of beasts, Kyrie unleashes it onto Super
Kiboy?
Marco. Won't be enough to take him out, but a wall charge up top, out of that map. Kiboy taking a lot of damage, a little bit too much. He goes down for first blood, missing the Tyrant's Revenge. Ogwen will not be able to take out Sands, and they get out safe. Falcons AP Brand with a very, very defensive play, and that's them getting on top of the economy charts.
Yeah, that is very, very crucial for Fnatic Onyx. We could see those fast plays
Yeah,
For-
actually, I can see this forever, the hand cam. But hold on a second, Oakland catching Kyrie out of the orange buff, unable to use the steel cables, get out of the way. Barrier blocks all of them down. Caltisi already used the Spear of Alpha, get out of the, to not be able to get out of the way. He goes down as well.
But right now, things are looking good for Falcon Saber Bren. They were able to take down. Well, they tied during that sequence of events because it was Kyrie and Kyle TC both down, but went middle lane.
Oh, it's a wild charge. Down goes Feel. The Falcons AP Bren are on the defensive block. Fnatic Onyx is really ramping up the tempo. I think this fanny pick is really working out well for them, even though Kyrie suffered a death.
By the way, Kyrie already has the Blade of Hephaestus for this game, so expect penetration. Oh!
Sans actually gets slain by Flab. Now it's a 3v2 situation. Open down at the bottom side. He won't get a lot of health left. Kyrie swings and dashes. He will take that kill. And Falcons AP Bren, here comes Few, trying to get a lot more zone potential down that Turtle pit. It's a very precarious situation. Turtle at a third. Kyrie getting zoned out, will not be able to get the retribution down, but there we go. Keyboy gets taken down by Few. And Falcons AP Bren, they're still staying afloat. They're still threading the water.
Okay, during that last team fight, the Falcon Safety Bear was just all over the place. They disrupted the pattern of Kyrie.
Kyrie actually off the camera. I saw his hand cam. He actually went over onto Few. He gets taken down. Oakland having a rough time, taking a lot of chunk damage from Sans.
That's one clear vision you have because you've been casting, looking at the hand cam.
Yeah.
And at the same time, looking at the game.
Who wouldn't look at the hand cam of Kyrie?
Right.
Speaking of which, you got Flapteezy getting locked down. Oakland using the bouncing ball to get out of the way. A little bit of a precarious situation for Flapteezy. Will get taken out by CW. And it's a 1-for-1 situation down the bottom side. Falcons AP Brand continuing the rampage. They know it's a trade for a trade. It's as Scrappy gets. Whatever comes their way, they are gonna fight it. Now their eyes are set on the T1 down bot.
Everything is as messy as it should be with this Assassin Heroes for both the Fnatic Onyx and Falcons AP Brand. Every opportunity that they have, they get. If they can get a kill at the bottom lane, they will do. And if they can take a turret, they will take. So for Fnatic Onyx, what they need to do is slow things a bit because Chewe has to keep up with the setup plays. As long as Chewe is going to be part of the team fight, then it's better for them because Chewe is now a 2-0. By the way, he is at the lead in terms of gold farm. Next is Super Marco. Just hundreds of lead here for Chewe, but at the same time, this is a carry we're talking about. And for me, a carry doesn't go wrong in longer games, or maybe even if he has that early game win. So looking at the itemization as well, very, very on point for both teams, but for Flapteezy, that is already the Thunderbelt, so expect more pokes from Flapteezy later on.
Oh, actually, Few takes a lot of damage. Will not connect onto Kyrie, but the Turtle getting started up, pushing over the side of blue. Fnatic Onyx has control over the Turtle. Kyrie making a desperate attempt over the side there, ramping up. He's springing up for the jump, but Oakland doesn't want to commit onto anything. The zone out, it's a 4v3 situation. Kyrie will get that Turtle. The SOD connects, and here comes Super Marco. Oh, man, it's taking a lot of damage. But Oakland from the back line, their eyes are set on them, but Keyboard on the other hand, it's a roam for a roam.
Okay. Keyboy is going to be the target here. It's going to be against two players.
Oh, he's actually tanking so much. He's still alive. Oh, he's just wasting Super Marco's time. He's just playing hide and seek. Oh, but on the mid side, Kyle Teasy taking a lot of damage. He will fall. But Flat Teasy uses the final slash to buy time for Few to come in to get that damage down to shut CW down. And Flap Teasy using Vengeance in and getting out of harm's way. And Falcons AP Bren, I don't know. Very, very tight this game. They're just trading blows left, right, and center, Chantel.
I don't even know where to look now. There was a team
just everywhere.
Yeah, they were looking for a Keyboy.
Wait, did Keyboy actually go down?
Keyboy, I didn't even notice
because
of the camera angle change. Sorry, guys. But last thing I remember is that Super Marco is targeting him. But I believe that he was able to escape the threat because it was too long here. For Keyboy, he was not killed.
Oh, yeah. Keyboard was killed by Julian, so Few
but it was
took that
around
kill.
4 minutes, though.
Oh, 4 minutes ago.
It's already,
okay.
It was the early part of the game.
Oh, Keyboard was just doing God's. Just playing hide and go. Super Marco is like, nah, I'm just not gonna waste time because
it was a successful buy time.
It was a bait. It was a huge bait.
Okay, guys, I'm taking all the damage. Super Marco is here. Go ahead. He'll take me and take everyone else. says Kiboy to his teammates. So, but interesting enough, yeah, Fnatic Onyx won the team fight, but Falcons April Brand is still on the lead. That is because of the split pushes that Supermark has been doing. Look at the map right now, Churros. For Falcons April Brand, they were able to destroy the upper lane turret and even the bottom lane turret. It means that in terms of objective taking and map control, it is actually Falcons April Brand on the lead, which is very effective for them. Now, the question was is who is going to take this Lord, because this is going to be a very crucial one, and probably whoever wins this Lord takes the mid lane turret, which is needed to defend those purple buffs.
I don't know about you, but if I'm a Fanny player, I don't want to go straight for the objectives. I want to wait for my team to really get set up, because the side lanes are the keys to victory, right? I want to get that split pushes. I want to split that team fight opportunity apart, but then the iframes coming in, Ogwin jumps a little bit too deep into the jungle. Gardens Bearer will not lock him down, and now it's
the Lord
again
dance.
to the Lord dance, getting the reset again and again. They want to know where Kyrie is at all times before they make a desperate attempt for that Lord. But now, since they're staying afloat, 500 gold lead, it's not much of a difference. They're neck and neck at this point.
Yeah, actually, what's really nice for Falcons April Brand, it was very effective for them, is having Ogun wait for the previous fighter first. Before using the bouncing ball. So it's as if they're zoning out Loot P whenever he will dive in. So there is deduction already in terms of the resources that Fnatic Onyx has. So 7-8 is the score. Again, this is going to be a long Lord dance. But with the position of Falcons AP Brand, they might get the upper hand because Super Marco can clear the minion wave. Okay, more pokes, more pokes. Nothing serious, or this might be no, nothing serious.
No. The concealed play will amount up to nothing, but the wall charge would try to deny them area control over that Lord. Kyrie would pick up that one. Nice little zone out from Keyboy. Final slash won't hit and connect onto Flat TZ. No kills as of now, but Falcons AP Brand, this looks like they broken down the T1s up top and bottom, but they aren't able or not committed to a lot of these fights, especially down the neutral objectives. Lord marching down the top side. What do you do now if you're Falcons AP Brand? Do you just take it in the face, or do you want to go ham and try to get that barrage in?
You want to force a team fight while Kyrie is using this purple buff, or you might not want to cut that lane from the Lord. So everything's looking good for Fnatic Onyx. Why? Because during that Lord team fight, there was a minion wave in the middle lane that was literally flowing for the team, almost as if they were to take that middle lane. So Falcons AP Brand, it's more on the minion wave management, because earlier Super Marco was at the bottom lane, but it is now destroyed. So Falcons AP Brand, it's more of securing the objectives against Fnatic Onyx, because they can set up a play against them.
They're shifting gears. They know the Lord is marching on up top side. Keyboy, Garden Bearer try to keep everyone at bay, but they don't want to make a move just as of yet. The Spirit of Alpha goes in. Wall charge starts to play. Kyrie comes in for the sweep of our back line. Keyboy just as narrowly escapes with the skin off his teeth. It's 2 down for both sides. The Lord already crashed wide open, but it's a huge win for Fnatic Onyx with a 5k Lord advantage.
Yeah, that's true. And all their minion waves are actually flowing. But I gotta say, for Falcons April Brand, it's a good thing that we're able to take down Chewa during that moment. So Kyrie is on a roll now, looking at the instant replay. There was a nice gorgeous barrier from Keyboy, yes. But look at that wild charge to counter out that setup. Yes, chef's kiss for Keyboy.
And Kyrie just cleaning up shop. He knows how much he can take because of the energy that he has. But the Spirit of Destruction actually lands. But Keyboy didn't go down. I think Super Marco was trying to be a little bit more passive on that front. And now Falcons AP Brent a little bit okay.
I heard
play.
conceal. So it's just them trying to take this turret at the middle lane, but they know the potential, or they know Fnatic Onyx, they know that they need to defend this one out. Again, it's gonna be a long game. I'm not sure if this will be an 18-minute game, maybe a 20. We don't know, because no one's willing to be defeated in a team fight.
Yeah, Fnatic Onyx playing checkers, Falcons AP Brand's playing chess. It's a different game, but yet again the same game.
Halfway.
Let's take a look at them build since we have a little bit of staring time down here. Chantel, what can you tell us about this?
Wow, we have the same itemization for the Gold Raiders. So they have the nature, we have the Demon Hunter sword. So it's more of the positioning now for our Gold Raiders, and even how Ogwin and Keyboy will protect. So here's the thing now. the Kufra is more of a displacement type of setup wherein he could jump and set up a play for Falcon Saber Brand, right? For Fnatic Onyx, it's more of stopping current situations.
Flap! Oh man, Flap, unfortunate he gets caught in. He missed his final slash, and Falcon Saber Brand, they're playing on the back foot. The Gardeners Baron doing a good job zoning everyone out. So is Sans. The damage onto Kyle Teasy will trap him in. Enough time for Kyrie to pick up this Lord, or actually CW from the back line. Loopy playing with fire. He goes down, but it does not matter because the trade goes in. But Falcon Saber Brand, they have another plan. Look at where Few is on the top side. The trading blows left, right, and center. So calculated, so methodical in this game.
And what's good for Falcon Saber Brand is that even though Fnatic Onyx was able to take that Lord, they are the ones trying to invade the buff, which they actually get against Fanny. But the fast and quickest way for Kyrie to balance things out is the purple buff on Falcon's AP Brand side. It's up to Few to defend that buff, but definitely he has to because Fnatic Onyx has the Lord in the top lane.
Yeah, 1v1, Few and Kyrie won't amount up to anything. Yeah, won't amount up to anything. But what I want to say is that economy is still neck and neck at this point. There's no really large disparity, but Keyboard sourcing for a little bit more information as of this point. They know that the Lord is going down, but they want to try to take as much resources as they can. The mid lane T2 still standing up strong, and that is Fnatic Onyx way in. Oh, the Lord actually makes a detour down into the jungle.
Yeah, I think the Lord is looking for Nasi Lemak.
Nasi Lemak, now that we're in Kuala Lumpur, but then okay, they managed to crack open the T2, so Falcon's AP Brand only has their T3 to be on a defensive front. The good thing is, with the Moskov, with Super Marco, you're able to have decent wave clear. And Fnatic Onyx, they're not giving out without a fight. It might be one game over Falcon's AP Brand, but Fnatic Onyx, they're looking hella strong.
Yeah, that's true. And even Sans, by the way, Sans is being the bait on a team fight. Remember, there was a time wherein Ogun went in for the Titan's Rage, but because of the pure... from the start, he used the Purify first before baiting with Sans for team fight.
Oh, they get disrupted. Final slash won't amount to anything. Sans goes low. Loopy on the backside. Flap Teasy goes down. CW as well. It's Falcon's AP Brand's window to shine. But here comes Kyrie. He won't be able to do much. He gets caught out by 4. And Falcon's AP Brand, they're starting up the tempo strong. They're going for the aggression. They want to cycle them, and they want to end this T2 right now. Again, the economy neck and neck. It's shifting towards Falcon AP Brand's favor.
Nice team fight for Falcon's AP Brand during that moment, but also nice barrier for Kiboy earlier. A bit of delay on that push on the middle lane, but Falcon's AP Brand successfully taking that one. And Fnatic Onyx, you have 8 seconds before Sans is going to be part of the team fight.
Wait.
Whoa,
okay, Keyboy pops the immortality. He might be able to go down over here.
It is a place there.
Bought his time just a little bit to breathing time. Now
breathing time for everyone.
I don't know if you can see us on the casting desk. We're all like just sweating and panicking right now.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think both of these teams, they are not giving up without a fight. The 5 seconds till the Lord spawns. Falcon AP Brand desperately needs this, and they want to shove the wave down. They're 3K gold ahead. This is. Trust me, this is the biggest lead that both of these teams have so far.
Yeah, it's kind of hard also for Kyrie to go for that Lord steal because he doesn't have the purple buff. As to why Falcon's AP Brand is going for that fast Lord take as they take the Lord on this game. And Falcon's AP Brand now on the lead. Supermark on the lead, even on the itemization. We have Queen Swings on 2 players of Falcon's AP Brand. But for Fnatic Onyx, again, we have the immortality for Kiboy as long as there is a nice wall charge, probably to counter out that setup play from Owen, and it will be okay for Fnatic Onyx. They have the kit for the clearing of Minion Wave. They have Sans at 0-10, by the way. Just 1 kill that he didn't touch for this game.
Yeah, take a look at the gold grab. It was heavily favoring. Oh, now it's actually heavily favoring the side of Falcon's AP Brand. Sure, Fnatic Onyx had a very large time frame where they had the lead, but it was not significant. That's like pretty much 500, 600 gold lead. This is insignificant, but right now Falcon's AP Brand, they have so much disparity over onto the Fnatic Onyx. Lord marching down the mid side. The T3 down top lanes being barraged on by Super Marco. You want to clear this up? You want to take down all T3s, but on bottom side, they took down Kyrie. There's the opening that they've been waiting for. It's a 4v5 situation going in. No, Few actually goes down in the process as well, but Falcons AP Brand, they still have that lord. They might want to go for the throne. Oh! Flap! Teasing with a huge final slash. Ogwen on the backside with the Tyrant's Revenge. Super Marco focusing on the throne. And they tear the Sky Kings from the skies. Once again, a 2-0 sweep for Falcons AP Brand.
What a sweep!